Oceanway, beautiful beachfront houses right next door. It's the start of the property. Really nice signage, white vinyl fencing, tax match, institutional in every way. Oceanway sign. It does have the ability to be gated. There's the gate system. Here are the gates. They just have not turned it on, I don't believe. Really pretty home here in 10. Welcome home signage. Brand new sport court they installed not very long ago. Really nice welcoming homes as you come in. Sport court. It's in good shape, and we had a ton of water the last 24 hours. Here's the water storage units, really nicely fenced. Good looking. Number 11, I believe, is a park owned home. Little lighthouse and play center for the kids. I believe 12 is a park owned home also. Don't know that it needs that much. So you fire gate here. I believe one of these duplexes is scheduled to be torn down. It may be this one, I can't remember. I had to ask Jonathan to confirm that. That 13 needs some paint, definitely. But, I think it could be fine otherwise. 14 is fine. 15 is for sale. You can see this road. They're right in front of, 12. There's a big pothole at Aruba and Bahama. There's this little spot here that needs to be fixed. Otherwise, these homes are in fantastic shape. We've got our mailbox system here. I would like to put a roof over that. I think it calls for that. Here's our official office. I just love how these homes are painted. It's very beachy. Parking for future residents, information center, office. Doesn't need much. I mean, it's not that big, but it works. Oceanway on the bay sign. Here's some type of a transfer station, I believe. The only home that's not really commensurate is this 14B. It needs to be replaced. It just pulls away from the beauty of the others. So they've gated that nicely to get into that water system. Nice little area here for the gazebo. I'm going to stay on this side and then we can go back on the other side. So you have this very welcoming drive in with that gazebo at the bay right there. That is the bay where that white car is. So Dolphin Street, that's 76 in front of us. There is a little bit of a holding water there. We've had a ton of rain here the last 24 hours, so it's not surprising. There are a couple of 10-on-10s left. This is the home that I think just uses paint, just needs paint on the porch. It would really pop. I think one of the maintenance guys lives there. Same with this one, just needs paint on the porch. The roof and siding are actually in better shape than I remember. This one in 22D just needs skirting and the hitch covered. And then that one down there I think is the single, and I would remove all this chain link fence. I'd probably pave that parking pad there for them also. Otherwise, these are all in great shape. These are the newer homes that they've put in the 20s. This is 19, this yellow one here. So if we go back around the office here, we'll go back to the main road and then go down one more. That one kind of goes in a circle. So these little palm trees, they could use a little bit of love. I mean, they're missing some fronds on the top. Otherwise, this main road's in pretty good shape. This is Emerald Street. There's a little scar here right when you come in. But again, all these newer homes, they've done some of these parking pads brand new when they put some of these homes in. Here's Here's the 10 is one of those homes. Again, just needs paint on the decking and the skirting. And this one, I think this is 24, 93 it says, but just needs skirting. Same with this one. And if we have to help them with that and then charge them back, that's the one I was most worried about, is 44. But I think it just needs the trim of the home to be repainted, and it would look so much better for all of these kind of owned duplexes in 40E. The parking pads at that one could be redone also. They kind of need it. And then these are some of the double wide versions of these newer homes. I come to this beautiful home that's next door, that's beachfront. But that one's got an ADA, and I'm not sure which one that is. I can't remember. But they got a beautiful little shed there and a sitting area, smoker. And then this is, I think this one's empty. And this is the one that I think, you'd want to. I'm going to go look and see what that caution sign says. Says about blocking the door, but so you can see, here's the bayfront. This is where you could put all those new little tiny homes that they've done down there. You can see them. Those are 140,000 a piece from the manufacturer. But this is, the bayfront area. Remove these telephone poles. Remove these dirt piles. And you could really activate this. We're going to remove that entire kind of pier. As you can see, the last hurricane just got most of these piers down through here, so most people haven't redone them. But there's a lot of beauty in this place that makes it pretty compelling. But the housing, I think, just looks so festive and beachy. And you can imagine living in these, you're literally beachfront. I think they should be significantly more than the others due to that fact. So we'll keep going down the beachfront way. You can see how nice these homes are with these new parking pads. There is a scar here right at this pump station that could be fixed. You see those people enjoying their beachfront view. The skirting on that one needs to be changed in 56. This is the empty lot that I really want to activate. I think you can put 3 homes in here. And just the back of those homes need to be, that's the part that needs to be fixed that I've accounted for with Hunter. It's not ideal. And here's our undergrounds. They're all in for these homes to sit here that look just like those homes in front of us. This tiny one in 52F just needs the same. It's a paint program and the roof needs to be redone, but it's tiny. And you could put a home here also. But here's our beautiful kind of sitting pavilion overlooking the bay. Come out here, grill up some food, enjoy the day. And then here are these homes that were the $140,000 tiny homes in these areas. I don't think you need to skirt those. That 132 is so pretty. These porches, and then just the views are incredible. I think they're worth every penny of that 140. I mean, they're very well done. And then to have those tough sheds attached to them is really nice also. But even if you're this one back, the way that they've set them is you still have a view down down the view plane down the middle. So kind of thoughtful how they've set them, with the parking pads that you're just looking down through. And all of these, the parking pads are all brand new. So you'd activate that lot there, which would be the kind of the trophy lot. They have unobstructed views. Probably put a double wide in there with a huge patio. And then we're back to Emerald with some double wides in here of these newer homes in 97. And then you have these 4 super old, they're kind of 6. They were all the original homes that were in here. And the skirting just needs to be tightened up and painted likely. So that's really it on those. I think these are all park-owned homes though. I don't want to get in that little girl's way. So that's 98 there. I've got the maintenance guy watching me, which I talked to him last time I was here, so hopefully he won't bother us. But there's a spot right here at Grenada that needs to be fixed. It looks like it's tried to been fixed before. Not sure if that's the underground that runs directly underneath there, but this one says available, but someone's in there. 41G. And then we get a couple more, 4 or 5 of these, 2 or 5 of these older homes here in 70, 69, 68, 67, and 66. So really nice fencing all the way around here. Very well done. Here's our maintenance guy. He's going to ask me what we're doing. He didn't stop us, so that's the same guy, I'm pretty sure, that I talked to last time I was here. Just told him that Jonathan had asked me to stop by. So here's the double wide product that I really like. It's got this porch on the side, but I'm thinking about the one in the front. We could do the front porch on those. And then here's those others starting in 57, 58 that are the older product. And these are some that are, these are all, I think they're all 80 footers, but they're just kind of underwhelming. And I don't know if it's just because they're all the same and then everything else is kind of, so like different, but you go from this kind of super beachy feel to this, like, number 3 is like a blah, and then there are 36 right there, 37. They're just kind of like no life to them, and they really draw because of the colors and the newness of the others. But I think if we just repainted that skirting, it would really help. And even in a more festive color, and with that trim color of like a teal. Then we're back to our little gazebo. And then the last street, which is Isabella, where some more of these duplexes are, where they use that same siding as the homes. The skirting just needs some fixes there. And I think if we just fixed these front porches and then painted them, it would really help. It's what's really bugging me with all of these is the entrance to these is just so poorly done. Even if you just fixed the stairs, it would look so much better. And even if you painted 31 as another color, it's able to be painted because of what it is. And I'm gonna get a look inside this maintenance facility since I haven't been able to see it yet. There's a big trash in there, and then a big dumpster, a 30-yard dumpster, and then a pretty nice maintenance facility. So I'm gonna get a picture and let Jonathan and John know that I was here on a Saturday. It's March 15th. It's a Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. So there she is, Oceanway.